Good morning and welcome to my channel. I wanted to jump on today and do a little video of what is going on with this solar new moon eclipse. So many clients lately have been masculine. Many men are coming forward, and I'm very excited about that because they are ready to be seen and heard and felt. And the women that I have been doing, we have been doing work on their masculine energy within themselves. So this new moon is extremely important for understanding the masculine wounds within ourselves and how they're so reflected on the outside. If you're a woman, how the men in your life are mirroring things to you. And if you're a man, how are you feeling inside, where you have lost yourself, and how you're coming back home to your own heart. So the solar eclipse, the energy is breaking down old patterns. It's blowing the heart open. It's releasing the burdens of holding on to all of that old past pain. It's pain carried down from the ancestral line. A lot of it was past lifetimes, and it's ready to be released. It's clearing the path now for the future generations. These are wounds of abandonment, of rejection, of betrayal. It's the father wound, the wound of carrying the cross, carrying the burdens of the world on your shoulders. It's outworn relationships that are now breaking down to show you where you have lost yourself in others and where you have abandoned yourself, your own wants, your own needs, your own desires, where you have rejected yourself, rejected your feelings, not allowing them to come forward, to be acknowledged, to be felt, to be heard, where you've stayed hidden so you can please others, because being hidden meant that you were safe, right? It felt safe to not be seen or to not be heard. And it was all just fear of shame, judgment, or humiliation to being your true self. In past lifetimes, we had to be hidden because it was safer to not be seen. To be seen meant you were going to be killed or punished for being true to who you were, for whatever gifts or qualities, or for being, not a strong enough man or too dominant of a woman. And going back to even like the witch wound, all of these women who were healers but were persecuted because they had this unique ability about them that wasn't understood. It was feared, and we were punished for all of that. The solar masculine is now breaking free. He's freeing his heart and his mind from all the pain and suffering, from all of the lies and illusions that have held him back, that have held him prisoner. And these are toxic prisons that others hold themselves in, and then they're carried down and they're projected onto us. We're dealing with not only a powerful eclipse, but we also have Mercury retrograde, which, of course, the retrograde is an illusion, but it's talking about reverse motion in the mind. Mercury controls the mind. It controls your thoughts. It's an air element. So what ways of thinking in the past that kept you stuck as a prisoner and kept you confined to all of these fears and illusions that were taught to you, where you didn't feel worthy enough? Now, where's your worth? We need to reverse their direction. Reverse the program. Reverse how you're thinking about yourself. Where did you first lose yourself in the lie that another told you you were not worthy of being you? You were not worthy of receiving love, where you were not capable of giving another love. We get stuck in all of these patterns, and Now we have a chance to look at the past in order to see the changes that we need to make. And that's why I've always loved Mercury retrograde. A lot of people fear it, but it's something I've always loved because you get a chance where it's like, okay, I need to sit right now and figure out how I'm going to reverse the thinking that I was always taught, where I gave the other power of my truth, where I handed it over to them. Remember to always take accountability for where you handed over your energy to another person. Also, we have Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. It's bringing up the dark truths that we've all this time been trying to hide from. We also have Pluto in effect. I don't remember what aspect he's in right now, but Pluto is the underworld of transformation. He's about death and rebirth cycles. This is exactly what we're going through. You're going through a death of the old you, the old toxic, wounded, masculine energy. And you have to grieve that old part of you. And coming into that rebirth of the new solar divine masculine energy. Again, women and men both carry this frequency. But this is a chance to now start over, to see yourself. Everything's coming full circle to support the masculine energy for complete transformational healing right now. Surrendering the father wound, the carrying of the cross, the burdens of carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, the role to be the provider, to be responsible for others and becoming separate from the self. Commitment to others and not commitment to the self. It closes the heart off to the feminine energy, which blocks the connection to becoming your whole self. It's keeping you in separation, not being fully open to receiving in any aspects, any areas of your life without feeling shame or humiliation. It's carrying the burden is now manifesting down to feeling I am the burden. Asking for help is a feeling of shame. It's a feeling of guilt, of humiliation, not being good enough to do it on your own. And now you're stuck in survival to fight your way out of this suffocation. Those who have lost a child or a loved one, we become so consumed in guilt and anger. Not only is it the loss of the child we're feeling, or the loss of the loved one, but then we lose ourselves in that guilt for not being able to save or to heal that child or that person, that loved one. You start losing faith in yourself. You start losing confidence, your hope, your joy. We lose trust in God. We lose trust in ourselves. We lose trust in others. We stay closed off. We keep our hearts protected, thinking if we shut ourselves down, we're going to feel safer, which is just another lie. At the same time, it causes all of these sicknesses, these illnesses, these diseases, because you're keeping yourself stuck in pain instead of flowing. I just recently had a session on Easter, actually, with someone, and his little boy had passed away right before Christmas, and his birthday, he would have been 13 on Christmas Eve, and he was buried 2 days before that. And I was speaking with his dad, and of course, both his parents are so consumed with guilt and so many deep emotions, and this was not easy for me to channel because I was hit from all directions of the emotions from the boy, from both parents, and having lost so many people myself, and all of these emotions had just come up. But one thing that stuck out was the words that he said to his dad, and he said, "Hey Dad, don't ever forget me, okay?" And his father just was like, "Oh my God, no, I could never forget you. And I said, wait, that's not what he means, in the sense that, oh, don't forget me, like I'm just going to be a distant memory. What he was saying was, hey, I'm not separate. I'm right here with you. And that was so deep. And he said, so when you're at the lake or when you're fishing, don't wish that I was there with you, because I'm here. And if you're at some type of party or celebration, don't wish that I was there, to be involved in this, because I am right there. But you have to keep your heart open in order to feel me. So you need to let go of the guilt, and you need to let go of the shame, and you need to let go of the blame and all of this anger, because it's keeping your heart closed. And if your heart is closed, then you can't feel me. And then we become separate. We need to free ourselves from these burdens of the past pain that just keeps recycling itself over and over, generation after generation. We need to keep our hearts open to stay connected, to love, and to freedom. We need to heal 7 generations back. And then coming into this lifetime, we need to heal the age up to 7, where we embodied the ego that permitted us to pull in all of these lives. We need to go into the 7 chakras that hold the energetic imprints. And then we need to heal the generational line 7 generations forward. Reversing the program of I am the nuisance and I am a burden, and change it to I am accepted and I am a blessing. I am worthy. Start seeing your worth and your value. This eclipse is helping you to become free. All you have to do is just surrender.